Hello, I'm back. I have 10 changes that I've been trying to incorporate, or is something that I feel like is going to help me be better organized and have less chaos in my life. Okay. So I have a list that I wrote down, and we're going to start with decluttering your space. So when I look at my place, I feel like from the time that I moved where I'm at now and the stuff that I got rid of then versus all the stuff I've accumulated up to this point, it's ridiculous. So moving forward, which I've already done a little bit of stuff, try to get rid of things that I'm not touching, I haven't touched. I have this mentality that I don't want to get rid of certain little things because what if I need them? I don't want to have to rebuy it, right? So the thing you want to do is you want to start in a space, in a room, and really just kind of organize that room and declutter that space first. Even if you want to start with, for instance, I'm going to start with my kitchen, and I'm really just kind of gonna take everything out the cupboards and get rid of stuff I don't want, wipe my cabinets down real good, inside cabinets, get the stove, get the dishwasher. Like, I want to really, declutter that space. That's the space I'm in the most. And although it's stuff there is not like massive, so that would be easier for me to declutter versus my bedroom. Okay, where all your little intimate items are at. So I would say if you could declutter your space, it shows up as having your life better organized. Okay, you ever go to when you think of hoarders, like, they have a problem, right? Their problem is that in their mind is so scattered that it shows physically in their world. So, or you ever see even people, their cars, they hoard and they have all the stuff in their car. It's the same thing. Something's going on that's not organized, not correct. So they have to get they need to get a balance. So that's something I mean, it would be nice to be minimal, but that would be hard. That would be getting rid of a lot of stuff. And if you think about what you've paid for the items or whatnot, it's hard to let it go. But if you haven't touched it in a couple of years, then, the value has gone down anyway. So decluttering is important. So you can also, it's hard to give away stuff, but if someone else can use it, I don't mind giving away. I would prefer, let me take that back. I would prefer to give away something to someone that actually needs it versus just throwing it in the trash. I don't throw anything in the trash. If anything, I'll donate it. Unless it's broken and it really can't be used, I will throw it in trash. But if it's clothing, you have little household items that I can donate, I will prefer to donate those things. Also, you have some Facebook groups that I have recently found out that you can actually give away things, and there could be people that are actually looking for things, looking for the very thing that you're trying to throw in the trash. So you have the Facebook groups, you have Craigslist that you can give away things. The springtime will be here before you know it. You can hold on to the things for springtime and try to sell them there. You can sell some things on eBay, on Craigslist again. I mean, Craigslist also has a free section. I mean, I don't know, not everybody's comfortable with meeting up with someone to give them or sell them something, but if you're not, I mean, those are ways so that way you don't feel like you're just giving things away. You can sell them too. So I've done a little bit of eBay and I've sold some stuff, but I really feel as though, like, I look around my space and I just have too much. And then you also, once you do once you do declutter, you want to limit your purchases moving forward. Sometimes we buy things, and I know I'm definitely bad at this, is that I buy stuff thinking I'm gonna need it or it's cheap, so let me buy it, but then you never use it. So, and it's just taking up space. So if you ever use the item in what they say, like over a year, 2 years, you might as well get rid of it. So first thing is declutter your space. This is all things and things that you can do to change your life and kind of get yourself a little bit more organized. Number 2 thing that I've implemented in my life, more so than I have in the past, all the time that I've been living, is hydration and eating mindfully. Mindfulness of eating has been better in the more recent time. I met someone a couple years back, brought it to my attention as a way to kind of control what you're eating and the times that you're eating, and that's the intermittent fasting. Of course, I heard of fasting when it relates to religion, but never a way of eating. And if you really think of fasting, fasting is really just you eating in a window, right? So that doesn't mean that you're eating, from the time you wake up to the time that you go to bed, and I was always it was always a very bad habit of mine that if I wanted to eat something at 10 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning, I did so. And I may go to sleep. So what I've really been trying to do is have like an 8-hour window. Maybe at times I have a 10-hour, but eating all day, I've cut that out for the most part. Me eating at 1 o'clock in the morning, I haven't done that in a while, but I'm trying to tighten up on what I'm eating in that window. Does that make sense? So I'm doing intermittent fasting, but if you're doing it for weight loss, intermittent fasting for weight loss is literally 2 meals and a snack and you're done. And if you're exercising with the intermittent fasting, that will help. On the hydration end, like I literally could eat and not drink anything. So I'm so much better at that. Even if I don't really drink a lot that day, I feel like maybe I get like a half a gallon in, but my goal is a gallon. So, that's very hard. But that's something that I'm working on. That's something that I want to really institute in my life, is hydration and mindful eating. Okay. So, and with the mindful eating, it's just better for you. Even trying to eat a little bit more clean. The processed food I'm trying to cut down on. It's hard because it's everywhere, but I really have been trying to do a little bit more cooking at home. So, and that's just being better organized and just more prepared, really. So, we're at number 3. The third thing that is still hard, but these are things that I just feel like my life will be better with them. It's just being consistent to strive to make sure it's included, right? And not to let it fall by the wayside and, you're not doing it anymore, is the exercise daily. Exercising daily, even if it's, even if it's 30 minutes is what I was going to say, but, I'm pretty active at work. Easily I can get 7,000 steps. That's not hard. They say like you should walk 10,000 steps a day. I do 7 at my job. And if it's really busy, I can get 10. Yesterday, including me, being on the treadmill, I did the treadmill for 15 minutes. I did the Stairmaster, which I pushed myself. I about died because it is more intense. You actually, treadmill, you just walk, and you could do the speed of 2, but, and I mean, I could do the same thing on the Stairmaster, but it's just climbing, and I've been having problems with my knee. So I pushed myself, and I was able to do 15 minutes, which in the past, I think I've been able to do 5 minutes. So I was like proud of myself that I was able to do the 15. So 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes on the treadmill. And then I did do some exercises of, what did I do? I did chest and triceps. So I've been trying to, I would say like the last, 2 months, because 1 month I took off. 2 months I have been trying to work out, and I have been trying to institute these things of being, mindful what I'm putting in my mouth, and, hydrating myself. I really have been trying to work on that, because to me, like, what I noticed is, and this is just going back to hydration. I mean, it's not nice to get up from the toilet and you smell your urine, because, it's so concentrated. So you have to like hydrate your body. I think your body is 80% water, 90% water. I forget. I would have to look it up. But, water is important. And to really just think, like, sometimes I eat and I don't drink nothing. So I've been working on that. The one thing, and again, going back to water, the one thing that I try to do, I have this water bottle, and on my way to work, I just drink it. It's a 30-minute drive. I drink it until I reach work. And that gives me a good start for the day. So that's something I implement. But then when I'm off, it's a little bit harder, because I'm not up as early. And I feel like even today, my liquid is lacking. But for me, my goal when I'm off, if I can drink half of a gallon, that's fine too. Because at work, I'm a little bit more active. Sometimes my mouth is dry, so it's fine. A half a gallon is, before I would maybe do a cup, and that's terrible. So, but with the exercising, that makes me want to drink more too. So, exercising daily is important, especially as you age. You need to make sure that you're doing something routine, not sitting in a rocking chair and, withering away. Absolutely not. And I don't feel like I'm 50, and I don't want to feel like I'm 50. And I don't want my kids to have to take care of me because I didn't take care of myself. So that's more so than ever is important to me. 10 years, I'm 60. Not saying that 60 is old, it's not. But, I'm setting myself up for my 70s and 80s. God willing, I'm still here. I want to be healthy as I can. So, exercise, 30 minutes, treadmill, and also make sure you're lifting some kind of strength training. It doesn't have to be that you're lifting 100 pounds or that's your goal, but do something to kind of get yourself, keep your body strong. Because they say as you age, you're losing body mass. So, and it's funny when I'm off and I go to the gym and say it's like 11 o'clock or something like that. I see a lot of people that are in their 70s and 80s actually in the gym. So that they know it. And like I've seen different videos or whatever where you would have a 7-year-old lifting weights, or they actually never worked out before, and there was this one lady, she never really was working out. Actually, she wasn't working out at all. And she was complaining of like stiffness or something, and her daughter really started working with her, and they showed a clip of when she started and a clip of where she was now, much stronger. And she didn't start until her 70s. So to me, if I am almost 50 and I'm really trying to get it together, I have no excuse if someone at 70 is like lifting weights or whatever. So that's something that is important to me. And although I I know that there's somebody who is not happy about their body, and I'm not happy about mine either. There are those who wish that what I'm complaining about they had, because they're bigger than me, trying to get to where I'm at. So, but I mean, it's not about that. I just want to be stronger, and and I do want to look good, but I want to be stronger. Okay. So number 4, the 4th thing that I'm trying to work on is improving my sleep routine. Whew. My sleep, I love my sleep. And that is the one thing that doesn't chive with my job. My morning hours to be at work is roughly 5 o'clock. We're gonna say 5 a.m. But your girl can't get to sleep. Like, I'm literally just laying in the bed at 10:30. I'm like doing, all kind of things other than getting to my room. So here lately, what I've started this week is that 9 o'clock, 9:30, I need to make it to my room. And I've not been trying. Well, last night I did because I was off, but try not to turn the TV on and put the phone down. Period. I bought a clock that goes right below my television. And it's a larger clock that has the time. Because what I was finding myself doing in the middle of the night, I would reach for my phone, look at my phone to see what the time was. And then that kind of breaks my sleep. And then I feel tired, later in the day. I feel like I'm paying for it, because maybe I'm looking at my phone, now I start to scroll. So I have bought a clock, and that's nice because I can literally look up and see what the time is and go back to sleep, continue sleeping. So that's something that I have always struggled with, not getting enough sleep, particularly the hours that I work. It doesn't, for me to get 8 hours, I literally would have to probably go to bed like 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the evening, which is, there's still things going on not really feasible for my life. And I don't know really anybody that works in dialysis that actually goes to sleep 8 o'clock. Very rare. You may have some people that's just their body clock, but for me, my time clock is a little bit later, not so much early. For me to go to bed earlier. So no. So this next one, number 5, has been, I feel like a little bit of a game changer for me. So in December, the ending of December, everybody's making their New Year's resolution. And the one thing that I said and I've done it before, but this time I do feel like it's different, is I put myself on a sugar detox. Yay. 21 days. I met my 21 days. So I was on a 21-day sugar detox, and I actually met it. Cookies, candy, ice cream, anything with added sugar, any sweets, all the stuff that I love, butter pecan ice cream, all the stuff that I love, I have not had any. Now that's huge. So for me, the sugar is just, whew. So what did I notice? Once I did the sugar detox, and as I'm going, especially since I'm past the 21 days, I can see the top part of my belly has, I guess the bloatedness has gone down. I see differences in my belly, my stomach. I do. So that's encouraging. So what am I doing for the sweetness that I love? I got hooked on blueberries. Oh, I never knew. Frozen blueberries, I've been killing frozen blueberries. I never liked fresh blueberries. Maybe the texture of them, you put one in your mouth, it's like mush. Or you put one in your mouth and it's tart. Oh my God, the frozen blueberries. I am in love with frozen blueberries. Now I did buy I brought frozen. What else? I brought frozen mangoes, frozen, I think I bought strawberries, and I bought frozen blackberries, but I think the blackberries are still in there. I bought them with the thought of trying to make sure I eat some fruit, and I kind of replaced this craving. But the blueberries, once I had the mangoes first, and then I had the blueberries, it was over. I only want blueberries. So for me, I think since January, I think that I've bought probably 7 bags of blueberries, 7, and I've eaten them all. and frozen blueberries with plain Greek yogurt. Who knew? So yes, sugar detox. Try to get the sugar out your diet. You're not going to be perfect, but like literally, we'll have candy at work. The patients are bringing in all kind of mess, and I'm not touched anything. And they're just like, "Are you okay?" Like literally, I'm like the first one. I eat a candy bar for breakfast, a candy bar for lunch, dinner. Like I'm all about my sweets, but I've been doing good. So I'm going on a cruise here, and I don't know how I'm going to do because the food is unlimited. So we'll see if I remain strong. I don't know. Like that's the only thing. Like so, but yes, sugar detox. Get the sugar and the junk food. Junk food, I really haven't had any. I haven't had any chips. I like chips. The sweet chili Dorito. Oh, I could eat the whole bag. But I haven't really. I'm trying to think. I haven't really had a lot of junk food. I've been eating a lot of blueberries, and I've been eating a lot of mixed nuts. That's just what I kind of traded, and it's okay. So, but I do know that I can't like avoid forever. So I have to like try to implement some sweet things, and maybe eventually I have to like just try to eat a piece of cake and see if I can only take one piece or something, so, but that's down the road. I'm going to stay away from them for some time because I still have some weight to lose, and, but that was one of my things to start the sugar detox. And then for 3 weeks, I wanted to be focused for 3 weeks. And then the next phase, I wanted to try to focus on being consistent. They always say it takes 3 weeks to make a change of habit. So I'm on my next set of 3 weeks, and I'm trying to be consistent with working out. 3 weeks. Stay consistent, stay focused. That's what I'm trying to do. So I just started the working out. We'll see how far I get with being consistent. I think I will, because I'm really trying to change some things. So I feel like, before my fall, I was pretty consistent, but then when I fell, like I didn't feel motivated to go to the gym, and then I was still hurting. So another thing that I'm trying to incorporate, which I'm not a planner, is plan your day. So planning your day allows you to really be organized in your life and set some goals for that day. That's harder for me, and that's something, I won't lie, like I haven't even started, but I do know that that's something that I want to incorporate, so that I can, I feel like I have lists of things, all these things I need to do, and it seems like I don't get them done, and it could be a week later, and things have gotten past me. So the night before, if you could really plan what you need to get done for the next day and follow through. So I don't have much to say about that. It's just, you have to try to implement that. Some people are better with planning than others. I'm not a planner. But if I can be a little bit more organized in the evening time, as far as even trying to, one thing I know that helps me, that I sometimes when I'm rushing in the morning time that doesn't get done, is if I can pack my lunch in the evening time and I know it's all prepared in the refrigerator. Literally, I just have to I have to pull it from the refrigerator and put it in my lunchbox. Believe me, that saves me a good 15 minutes versus me trying to put it together in the morning time. So if I can do that and then look at my day the next day and figure out what I need to do, perfect. That would be, but I'm not consistent with that, so I won't even elaborate. But some of these things are things that I'm doing or would like to implement. So planning your next day, planning the next day is a must. I'm seeing that because I've always kind of been all over the place and I'm not very organized. And yeah, so with that being, I've always wanted to meditate. When I can institute this, I don't know, but it's something I feel like I'm spiritual, right? And the two may not be related, but you being able to look inward and really just be in your thoughts and really just have that quiet time with yourself. The meditation, I've always wanted to incorporate that. I've done it a couple times, maybe like 5 minutes or whatever. I'm just at home and it's just quiet. I've done it, but just being able to it's almost like a form of self-care. And I know meditation helps with lowering hypertension. Definitely, I've looked into hypertension, anxiety, depression. Those, if you think about it, it makes sense because you're creating a calmness, right? You're creating a calmness. And that's something that I would like to incorporate. I do have hypertension, but I don't have problems with it being high. I just need to take my freaking pill. But meditation is definitely, and I've been thinking about a little bit of yoga, but I feel like I have only like this much time in my day. But meditation, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just sitting there in peace and quiet. Yeah. Another thing that I could do for mindfulness is journaling. I've never been a journaler, and that's something that I doubt that I would institute, but it would be nice if I could even do it once a month, how I felt for that month, what was going on for that month. If I can't really stay consistent or do it, daily. Some people, it helps them with anxiety, depression, really talking about what's going on in their head. But it would be nice to just check in with yourself with journaling, but I've never been that person. So it would just be a thought. But if anything, the meditation is something I would prefer over writing my thoughts, right? But it's nice to write your thoughts and be able to read where you were at, or how your mind progressed or changed on a certain situation that you were really troubled over. So that would be something for those who journaling is their thing. Then also like hiking could be one. Like I mentioned, yoga, hiking, meditation. It's just all these things is that you're paying attention. You're paying attention to your surrounding. You're paying attention to what's yourself. Massage is another one. That is like self-care, right? So you're able to really think within. So the next one that I have, number 8, is reading inspirational content. And I absolutely love reading quotes on Pinterest. I've done that for years. I love going on Pinterest and reading things just like quotes people have, or Or even if I found a story that someone's telling their story, it's like giving you inspiration. I've always liked that kind of stuff. So for me, I would like to do more of that, but I've always liked, particularly going on Pinterest and reading quotes that people have said, or something that really kind of just makes you think. I like that. So, you have some people that live by, they have a saying, inspirational quote that they are always quoting, but I like to just read them. So that's just something that just makes you think, so yeah. So the next one that I have is celebrating those small wins. So if I think of a few things that are small but big in the same token, is the sugar detox. Like, I was so happy with myself that I actually made it to 3 weeks. I had no cheating, and I actually survived the 3 weeks. And I don't even at this moment have a thought that I'm gonna break it. I feel like for the most part I'm cured, although I know that's not the case, but I feel like I'm cured. And so that was number one. If I think of a second one, would be me actually starting this very YouTube channel. That right there, believe me, my first video that I put out, I recorded it, or started it, and then I stopped like 4 times. And even still, I get a little bit like kind of just me getting going with the video. I'm kind of like, ugh. But that very first one, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do this me on camera. But yeah, that was a win for me, the very first video. So, and actually the next small win would be just me going to the gym, because really what I would prefer to do is lay down and watch YouTube and other people's content. That's what I would prefer to do. But those are small little wins that I celebrate myself on. So celebrate the small wins in your life. Okay. And lastly, that I think is really important, is to keep good people around you. I've always told this to my kids. I've always believed this for years. Keep good people around you. Those people who are just bringing chaos and disrupting your peace, those are the ones for 2025, starting 20, let them go. If they hold no place for you in your life and they are really being destructive, you got to let it go. So, and sometimes that could be family, sometimes that could be friends. I always tell my kids, you don't need to have lots of people around you. You don't need to have lots of friends. If you have 1 or 2 good friends, you're winning. Some people have no good people around them, no good friends, nobody to really give them support, right? If you have good people around you, you could never go wrong. So keep good people around you. And, with this being the beginning of the new year, really try to institute some things you may already be moving towards, and then some things are things that that you need to do in your life, but it's like, it's so hard. But still, even if you're doing 10% of that, maybe, the next month work on being 10% better at that goal. So try to, maybe if you can't institute 10 things, try to do 5, make it 5 that you're really trying to change in your life to make your life a little bit easier. So, and that's what it's all about, just making it a little bit easier, and, so that, kind of limit our stress, and we're a little bit better organized and things are not so chaotic in our life. There's enough going on in the world for you to not for you to have, you don't want to have all this internal turmoil, you know, so it's enough. You know, you have to worry about your health. You have to worry about the outside. So at least if your life itself is evolving and you have less chaos, especially if you're not creating it for yourself, less chaos, the better. So, and until next time, take care of yourself and be safe. Bye-bye.